So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our last video, we discussed a brief history of our distinguished, honorable Senate President in person of Senator Akpabio, and we discussed the sexist comments that he made against fellow distinguished Senator Natasha Akpoti, a female senator of course. We also discussed how social media went agog when videos and clips of disciplinary session made it out to social media, with some people alleging and accusing the senator of hating women, looking down on women. Some people even began calling for him to resign. That if it were in developed countries where politicians have shame and pride and accountability, he would have dropped his resignation that same day. In the heat of these reactions and backlash, a popular Nigerian anonymous blog took it upon itself to serve the senator a dose of his own medicine. It promised to bring him public ridicule, just as he ridiculed the female senator and expose all of his dirty secrets. But before we go on, if you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, a quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up already, you know the drill. Drop all your comments down in the comment section as we proceed, and stay glued because there is always so much more coming your way. So the anonymous blog published this. It said, meet the enemies of Nigeria disguised under being a celebrity to suck dry the money belonging to the masses. You see on this Instagram, 99% of these girls flaunting wealth anyhow are being sponsored by married politicians. It will interest you to know that some of them even flaunt their work just to cover up. Then you, the real legit hard worker, you'll be questioning yourself why you are not living that your dream soft life, why you are not buying cars of 200 million, 300 million. The truth of the matter be say you did try your best. You are not just part of those using their down below as support system for their business. We are getting there. This is one of the reasons why Akpabio has the audacity to talk down on the woman when he say he done sample almost all of your faves. In fact, this list is like half of what he has done. Some of his mistresses got married. Some are even married when he was doing that to them. Akpabio has a doctor where he refers all these girls to for tests before having any affair with them. Some of your fave who are HIV positive didn't meet up to his criteria because he does flesh to flesh with them. I will start by mentioning them one by one, all he had done for them, and it will not stop there. Other politicians will have their own fair share too. So let us start with Chantel. This blog went ahead to explain how this Chantel of a lady is dating Akpabio. He opened a business for her, and even on her Instagram, she named the business, the foundation, her foundation, God's Will Foundation, from Senator's name, God's Will Akpabio. And coincidentally, immediately this blog leaked this news about this Chantel lady, she ran back to Instagram and removed that God's Will name. So it looks very suspicious, as though the blog was actually telling the truth, because if the name is not linked to the senator, why are you removing it? What do you have to hide? So for the lady to have gone back immediately when this news broke to erase that name from her Instagram page, it sure showed some kind of guilt and complicity. So let's go on. In the publication that this blog made, it published the names and the faces of these alleged mistresses having an affair with the Senate president. And trust me, boy oh boy, the faces that we saw, the names that we saw that made the list was beyond shocking. On this very dreaded list, we had popular figures such as actress actress in Edo, married hair boss Miss Waneka, beautiful actress Nancy Isime, professional chef and Guinness World Record holder Hilda Basi, and the most shocking of all of them, veteran Nollywood actress and elder sister to actor Timi Dakore Egbuson. And at this point, the jaws of a lot of people, the jaws of a lot of social media spectators dropped to the ground. You see, this blog has managed over the years to build some sort of trust and credibility amongst the people. It has the reputation of breaking and exposing news that even when debunked, turns out in the future to be truth. When you sneaked off to Anambra State in an attempt to get married to his concubine Judy without the knowledge of his wife or the consent of his family, it was this blog that broke the news to social media that eventually brought you to his knees to come and start confessing that, hey, I married second wife, I had one son, I did this. That story was broken by this blog. When Nina Lowell, our handsome Nigerian Brad Pitt, Nina Lowell, began having issues with his wife, it was this blog that brought the whole story out even before it made it out to the public. And true to everything it said, a few months after it broke the news, the whole story spilled like tea out of a little cup. When FFK was allegedly abusing his ex-wife, Precious, and they were coming out on social media to debunk and eat or her soup and all of that, this blog told the whole story of everything that was happening. And once again, true to it, everything was revealed. And it panned out exactly as this blog had said it. Let us not go into Tony Abraham or the Akuzu SARS issue. So many issues, both in economy, politics, and social issues in general, celebrity stories, that this blog had broken before the owners of the stories could come out to admit it, and eventually turned out to be truth. So a lot of people believe and have an enormous amount of trust in this blog. So when this list came out, a lot of people didn't know how to feel, especially given the names that were on the list. I wouldn't call some names, but for some people, it was believable. They have been involved in these kinds of scandals before. But for some other people, they have kept a pretty clean slate. People wondered, could this actually be the truth? Or is there some mistake somewhere? The very first person on this list that came out publicly to debunk, to deny involvement with the senator or any politician at all, is hair boss Miss Waneka, who got divorced and recently got remarried to her young handsome husband in Ghana. You can imagine her annoyance getting married recently and trying to settle into married life, enjoying her new husband with her 3 children, and they are living so happily. She was so infuriated to see her name in the list of women who is having or had had something to do with the senator. She posted this, and I read: woke up this morning to my picture on a flyer. First off, I'm still trying to make sense of why my picture is in this mix. Could it be a mistake from the graphic designer or what? I would like to assume that this was a complete mistake and was never intended. Please go back and do this research well, or just reconfirm from who your source is, as I believe that there might be a mistake somewhere. She went further to explain that she has been literally married for almost all the part of her adult life, and even when she relocated to Lagos, she came as a married woman, and that for every penny that she has made, she can account for it. She didn't have any relationship with Senator Akpabio or any other senator at all. While people were trying to absolve Miss Waneka's disclaimer, and we were like, what is going on here? Who do we believe? Is it the blog? Is it the individuals that are accused? Actress Dakore Egbuson Akande came out raging and furious.
My dear Nigerians, good morning. I hope you all are doing great. I just arrived to the US with my family. We're on our summer vacation, and I've not been online. And I started getting calls and text messages this morning alerting me to a very wicked lie from the pit of hell, actually, this morning. And I must say that I am very disappointed. I am very shocked. I'm appalled. And I want to categorically state that I have never, ever in my life met the Senate president. I have not had any cause to see him or to be in the same room with him, not to talk of being one of his side chicks. Hello, I'm married, happily married. I have 2 beautiful children. I have always been above board in my dealings with anyone. So for a blogger, a jobless, wicked blogger, to decide to put my name amongst women who have been with this man is totally wicked and totally unfounded. It is a lie from the pit of hell. And I'm ready for any legal action, because at this point, you have messed with the wrong person. I keep to myself. I mind my business. I drink water and I do my work. So for someone to want to tarnish my hard-earned name and image for some clicks, no way. I'm not going to stand for it, and I am not going to accept it. I am not going to be quiet about it. So I want to put it out there right now. Anybody who can say that I have been with this man, that you have evidence, hard evidence, video or audio, I will give you 5 million naira right now. I am not joking. I am very serious, because look, I have worked too hard for my name and my reputation for someone to now wake up in the morning and want to cause wahala in my life. I reject it. I categorically stand against it. It is a lie from the pit of hell. I have never seen the senator before, and I will not allow anybody to tarnish my name any further. So Gist Media Lover, whatever the fuck your name is, oh my God.
In addition to this public disclaimer, the actress also sought the services of lawyers to issue a cease and desist order to the blog, giving it an ultimatum to retract this false statement and issue an unreserved apology on their page. But no, this blog still insists that it said what it said, and everything it said, it still stands on. Well, I deal with evidence only, and while in the heat of waiting for this blog to release evidence, it's important that I mention that the Senate president has tendered a public apology to Senator Natasha and members of the public. This is what he had to say.
That I've been in the Senate for 16 years, we are still learning. So we'll do well to continue to learn. But in the course of my talking to one of my distinguished sisters, that she should speak whenever she's recognized, I made reference to the fact that we are not in a nightclub where people have to shout above the noise of the music. And the social media went agog. I'm not on social media, but my wife called me that people got angry. They published her number and said people should occupy her. So she used to receive, she received over 2,000 to 3,000 phone calls a day. And then I tried to on one of my phones. I realized it was in the public. In fact, the phone crashed after about 3 hours. So I am very happy with the interest generated by Nigerians in what goes on in these chambers, because we are here to cater for their interests. And so for them to be so interested in what goes on here means that we are connecting with the people directly. And it would have been terrible if we were doing all this work and the people were not even aware of what we are doing. But the communication was totally misunderstood. Instead of taking it for the nature of what we said, that you should not shout when you are talking and not and speak when you are recognized, they went into private abuses. I don't want to say what they did to me, because what they did to me, I think I don't merit it. I was telling DSP that it's even the one they should be talking to, because in my tradition we marry only one wife. So they listed so many wives on social media, and at the end, it will look as if the Senate president had or has so many wives. When indeed, I'm reporting to my colleagues, I have only one, and I'm satisfied with that one. And she's a beautiful and loving woman. I will not intentionally denigrate any woman. I have a wife, I have 4 daughters, and I always pray that God will lift a girl child to the highest zenith in Nigeria, politically and in business. I also want my children to do well. So, distinguished Senator Natasha, I want to apologize to you if you felt offended. If I had mentioned that we are not in the market, they will say I said you are a market woman. If I said that you were not in a nightclub where people shout above the noise of the music, they will say you went to nightclub. If I said you were not in a community meeting in the village, they will say Akpabio says Natasha is a village woman. For me, there is nothing I will say that will not be misunderstood. But the interest generated in the social media, people jumped in, shows that you have a lot of political enemies. It also shows that I do have enemies. All of us here contested elections with people. So whenever those people think that you are being brought down, they will jump up and they will say all sort of things. I noticed even some of them that could not pass through Senate screenings went into the fray and abused the Senate president, abused you and all that. I don't know how you took it, but I felt that I should tender a public apology to you over the miscommunication and the misunderstanding. So do accept my apologies, and my colleagues, or anybody who could have felt offended, accept my apologies. I did not mean any harm, and I did not mean what they are misinterpreting in the social media. And I hope this will come to an end, and people should concentrate on things that will move this country forward and not things that will divide us. So I hope the apology is accepted.
Again, what do you think about this apology? Hearing it in full, do you honestly think that it was just a wrong choice of words? He didn't mean it in the way that it was interpreted by the public? Or do you still believe that it was his intention to humiliate her? Do share your thoughts down in the comment section. Now back to Dakore, Mrs. Dakore Egwison Akonde. Dakore has come under intense fire by some people who fingered her decision to debunk and issue with cease and desist as an admission or an indication of guilt. This set of people were like, why can't she just ignore? There were so many other people on the list. Why is she now doing a lawyer this, court this, publication this, fighting it tooth and nail as if she really does have something to hide? To them, ignoring the rumor would have been the best thing to show that she doesn't even have time for such nonsense. But now that she has gone ahead addressing it, it has now become another topic. If you go online, if you go to Google, if you go everywhere, other people that were accused, theirs have faded off, but she's now taking it like this, she is now making more headlines out of the accusation. And for them, that is an indication of some sort of guilt. But for some other people, they do not hold that same opinion. They were like, please, it's easy for you to sit down at home and tell people how to react to hurtful situations. This is a married woman, married into a respectable family, a woman that has kept her name and her brand free of all kinds of dents. Waking up to see herself plastered as a concubine to a senator, and you expect her to just sit back and swallow it? No, everybody will not react the way you feel that they should react. if she feels that it's in her own best interest, in the interest of her children who are grown enough to access the internet, to come out and debunk the lies, then so be it. It doesn't mean that she is guilty or she is hiding something. On the contrary, it means that she has nothing to hide, because she has challenged the blog or any other person that has evidence of her being in a relationship with that senator to come out with proof, that she's even going to pay 5 million naira to anybody that can submit proof. For this other set of people, they believe that she did the right thing by taking it up legally and challenging that blog. So now I ask you, my dear audience, what do you think about this? What do you think about the correct coming out to fight tooth and nail, get services of a lawyer, do this and hammer on it and make a big case out of it? Do you sincerely think that it was even in her brand's interest for her to have stayed mute and ignored the rumors? Or do you believe that it was good that she spoke up to clear her name? How would you rather she would have handled it? Well, for me, going forward, I am very big on evidence. I believe a lot in tangible, admissible evidence. And any publication, any allegation that is lacking in evidence, to me, never happened, didn't happen, is a lie and is a rumor, until there is something that can be shown that is actually true. So despite this blog has gotten credibility in being very accurate with the news it breaks, it is also very important for us to cut a little rope to these people, because information can be fabricated. This blog does not reside in the lives of everybody. It gets information from other people, right? People that may be close to these people. And regardless of how authentic a news source is, there can be mistakes. There can be wrong information. There can be false intel. So for me, nothing is true. Nothing is completely true until there is proof to substantiate it. Now that is my opinion. What do you think? Do you think that given the antecedents, given the history of this blog and how accurate it almost is all the time, do you believe that all these beautiful women have indeed been in sexual relationships with the senator? If you do believe that, do drop in the comment section. If there are some people you believe, but you do not believe some, you are entitled and free to your opinion. You can drop in the comment section and say, Neze, these ones I might believe, but you see these ones, no, I trust them. I can beat my chest and put my head on the stake for them. No, they didn't do this. Drop how you feel about this list, this dreaded, shocking list that's made it out on social media a few days ago. Once again, do you also think that the Okoro was wrong for coming out to meddle herself in this mess, or she should have just stayed mute? And what also do you think about the senator's apology? Is it apology accepted or apology not accepted? Drop your thoughts, your feelings, everything down in the comment section. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're seeing me for the first time, if you're new on my channel, seeing this pretty face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up already. Drop all your comments down in the comment section and stay glued, because we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.